Today, we're getting super practical. We're talking about something I like to call a manual override for your own mind. We're going to explore how you can use really simple physical resets to find calm, even when your thoughts are just spinning completely out of control.
So have you ever been there? You're just stuck, trapped in this loop of stress, maybe replaying an argument over and over, or feeling that wave of anxiety that you just can't seem to think your way out of. It really feels like you're just a passenger in your own head, right?
Well, the reason it feels like a trap is because, in a very real way, it is. Let's call it the mind-body trap. It's this feedback loop that's surprisingly hard to break with thoughts alone. Okay, so here's how this actually works, and it's fascinating. Your mind gets stressed out, right? And what happens? Your shoulders creep up to your ears, your breathing gets all shallow, you clench your jaw, but then, and this is the key part, your brain senses that tense body and basically goes, whoa, something must be wrong. We must be in danger, which of course just keeps your mind stressed. It's this vicious cycle, and it's almost impossible to break using just your thoughts.
But what if you could override that whole system? What if instead of trying to think your way out of it, you actually used your body to lead the way? Well, that is the manual override we're diving into today.
So here's the core idea. On one side, you've got this autopilot problem. Your stressed mind makes your body tense, and that tense body keeps your mind stressed. Total trap. The manual override? We're just going to flip that script. We intentionally create a relaxed body, which then sends these all-clear signals back to the mind. It's like we're hacking the system from the other direction.
So how do we actually do it? We're going to walk through 5 simple but really powerful physical resets you can use anytime, anywhere to break that cycle and get some peace back. Think of this as your new toolkit. First up, and this one is maybe the most fundamental of all, is the breath reset. Your breathing is the most direct line of communication you have with your nervous system. It's like a secret backdoor. This is a technique often called box breathing. And let me tell you, it is so effective. See, when we're stressed, what do? We take these short, shallow breaths. And that basically just screams danger to our brain. But by intentionally slowing your breath down into this simple 4-part rhythm, you're literally manually telling your nervous system, hey, everything is okay, we're safe. And once the body gets that message and calms down, the mind, well, it just has to follow suit. All right, our next technique is all about motion. Emotions are literally energy in motion. When you feel something powerful like anger or anxiety, but you stay physically still, all that energy gets trapped inside. It can feel like a mental knot. So what's the solution? You've got to move that energy.
And this is the crucial part. This isn't just about distracting yourself. It's not just, oh, go for a walk and forget about it. No, when you go for a brisk walk after a really frustrating meeting, or you do a few jumping jacks when you feel that anxiety bubbling up, you are physically burning off the stress hormones. I'm talking about cortisol and adrenaline that are literally fueling those feelings. You're actually chemically changing your state.
Technique number 3 is all about your posture. You probably don't even realize it, but your brain is constantly checking your body's position to figure out how it's supposed to be feeling.
Just think about it for a second. What does your body automatically do when you're stressed? You kind of slump over, you cross your arms, you make yourself smaller, right? Well, that closed-off posture actually increases your stress hormones. So the manual override here is to do the exact opposite. Literally unfurl. Stand up tall, pull those shoulders back, unclamp your jaw, lift your chin. An open, expansive posture like this actually tricks your brain into feeling more confident, more powerful, and way more calm. Okay, so what about when you're really stuck in a negative thought loop? Sometimes you need a stronger jolt to break out of it, and that's where temperature therapy comes in. Okay, this is so cool. When you splash ice-cold water on your face, it triggers something incredible called the mammalian dive reflex. It's this deep, primitive survival mechanism that instantly slows your heart rate way down to conserve oxygen. And that powerful physical response, it's like a hard reset button for your entire nervous system. It forces your brain to totally focus on the immediate physical shock instead of whatever thought it was stuck on. And our final technique is just beautifully simple. Change your scenery. Your physical environment is a huge part of your physical and mental state. Seriously, think about it. You've been sitting at your desk for an hour just staring at a stressful email. Your brain has literally started to connect that physical spot, your chair, your desk, with that feeling of stress. So just by getting up and walking into another room, or even better, stepping outside for some fresh air, you physically break that connection. You create this instant mental distance, and that gives you the breathing room you need to reset.
So whether it's changing your breath, your posture, or your location, all 5 of these techniques point to one single powerful rule. If you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this.
Just let that sink in for a second. It's almost impossible. So the next time you feel like you just can't change your mind, stop trying to. Change your body instead. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Go for that walk. Your mind will literally have to catch up. The takeaway here, you have so much more control than you think.
Okay, now let's make this real for you. Knowing all this stuff is great, but it's the action that really creates the change.
So I want to leave you with this question. Think about it. The next time you feel that wave of stress or anxiety starting to build, what's going to be your first physical move? Are you going to do the breath reset? Are you going to stand up and stretch it out? Or maybe just walk outside? Remember, your body is your anchor, and sometimes inner peace is just one simple physical shift away.